Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy, my channel's Finding Value. We're going to do our daily gold and silver technical analysis update. We're going to go over the dollar, 10-year yield. We're going to go over gold and silver, the continuous contracts, ETFs, and a couple of individual companies. I do think I see a little bit of strength in that dollar. I think we are going to head higher in the dollar, and it's going to put pressure on gold and silver. And we could see a move lower here, definitely, just by looking at this data here. So I'll go over what I'm seeing. This is just my financial opinion. Do not use it as advice. And here we go. We'll jump right into it. Show you what I'm seeing. So we've got a higher dollar today, 0.27%. You can see this thing really ramped up. A little bit lower gold. Not a blowout down day or anything like that, but it is lower. And what I'm looking for here is I'm looking at the dollar here. It's got this bullish engulfing pattern here at 92.92. And if I back out here, throw this guy in here, and we've got kind of this going on there. So it broke out to the downside here. And in the short term, we've been heading higher. Keep in mind, we were at 93.18. That's up here. So we're right up here. Are we going to come back up and back test this up here and then fall down? Or are we going to come up and break through this? We'll find out, because, I mean, this does look like we're basing out here. And if this holds, this would be a low, a higher low, a higher low, and the dollar may come up for a good period of time. And if we break through some of these, I'll throw in another area up here. Now, if you break this, somewhere in this range there, I'd say 93, if you go above 93.75 on this move here, you get up and close above all this up here, 94, 95, I mean, you're going to see dollar strength in the short term. And that's paired with a 10-year that's going higher right now. It was a nice try, these sellers here, but that didn't work too good. It's moving on higher. So we do have higher rates. This is a funky mix match because you've got higher rates and a higher dollar. And that usually doesn't bode well for commodities, this dollar here. So we're kind of in between the stimulus money that was all shoved in the system, and we're still just starting to ramp up on the expansion phase of real estate. So there might be a gap between those two where the dollar strengthens. Here is gold. The continuous contract today was a small down day, finding a little bit of support. I think where we're at is looking at the big picture here. Uptrend line, I kind of cut through here, but I hit the bottom of this guy here. That's where we're at right now. And if this doesn't hold, if we break to the downside here, we could see some downside movement down to 16 something, 1680, something like that. So I'm kind of watching that. Silver sold off. It sold off today. It finished strong to the downside. I do see lower silver prices. Looking at where the support line is, I kind of drew it in here. It's probably right a little bit beneath it, 22 flat. If it breaks 22 flat, we're going lower again, and we're coming back to $19. There isn't much support under this. And platinum had a decent day. It was up 7.3. We are coming to a little bit of support down here. Are we going to hit high 800s, low 900s? I mean, we're already there in the low 900s. Are we going to hit low to upper 8s? We'll find out. Because if gold and silver are weak, this could pull back a little bit more. This guy is pulling on back. It's got a little candlestick with a little wick at the bottom. It's hanging on for dear life. Looking at it from a big long-term perspective, we broke through this uptrend line to the downside. It's working on trying to break through this here. We break through this, we'll see where it goes. We could see a lot of weakness. Now, if gold goes down, we could be having problems in the short term with a higher dollar and lower gold. Something could be brewing. Here's SilJ. Again, we pulled down, small little down day. Nothing too bad to worry about here. Looks much better than the overall price of silver, but silver could get hit kind of hard, and we'll see what happens. Endeavor Silver, apparently it didn't get the message that silver went down, and this one actually looks decently strong. It's broken its downtrend. It actually doesn't look too bad. Tooten Resources is holding up down here. It's a company that I like. Franco-Nevada's got a wick on the bottom. It's coming back up. So usually what happens is you sell off, you come back up momentum-wise. Usually this means that marks a short-term bottom, but it could come up like this and then roll back over. We'll see over the next week or two. Wheaton Precious Metals, again, nice little support here, kind of bottomed out. We'll see if we come up and roll over. Newmont, just to look at another one. Not too bad of a candlestick, kind of a short-term bottom candlestick. But that's what I have. And I'm seeing, if the dollar strengthens here, it's going to put a lot of pressure on commodities in general. And it's a bullish engulfing, which means it's going to go up for the short term, and it could be a good move higher. Because that usually, with a bullish engulfing, usually you get a pretty good drive from it. And the buyers, stronger dollar buyers, I should say, they're showing their hand right now, and they're going to push the dollar higher. So it's going to be a headwind in the short term for our investments. So get ready. Up to you on what you want to do, but I'm holding on, and we'll see what happens. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Appreciate you guys listening. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.